What is up, my good people? This is the Mega Bull. Now, I want to show you this chart of Litecoin because Litecoin was a very important altcoin during the last bull run. And if I'm looking at this chart, right, this was the previous high in 2018, right? And here we have this almost touched the all-time high back in May before the market went to crap. So we see that it's now below the 0.236. So a lot of people would be like, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. This thing has drawn back way too much. Well, I've shown you other assets. Bitcoin Cash, right? Dash, Zcash, right? All these, let me zoom in here. All these have reached below the 0.236 extension. So when you look at them, you have to see the trend that's happening. I think that we're in for a massive altcoin season. And Litecoin is one of the ones I'm looking at to see what's going to happen, because this was one of the ones that really took off last time, right? Along with the ones I just showed you. And here we see that it's been trending on Twitter. Here, I'm going to show you really quick some of the... So, obviously it's been trending right now, but also Litecoin wallet addresses have been continuously growing. And you have currently over 118 million addresses. Now, am I saying to go and buy Litecoin? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm showing you what the charts look like. And if it's any indication, we might be in for a massive treat. Now, obviously, the creator and founder of Litecoin sold all his during, a couple years ago. So some of the fundamentals with Litecoin you might want to look into, but this is not telling you to go buy Litecoin at all. I'm just looking at the charts, showing you what I'm seeing and what I'm anticipating, because I'm seeing it across the board for a lot of altcoins. Now, I want to go ahead and show you this little clip from Jeremy Hogan. And I think this is very interesting because the narrative for regulating digital assets is increasing, especially this year.
To 1933 and President Roosevelt's
Let me put this to normal.
Executive Order 6102, which in short outlawed ownership and confiscated gold, and it was considered a matter of national security also. And how was the gold confiscation order enforced? Did armed FBI guys bust into people's homes and search their homes for gold? No, that doesn't work too well, especially in America where everyone owns a gun. No, the only practical way for the government to control an asset like that is through the refineries, the gold importers, and the exchanges. And that is exactly what the government did back in the 1930s. And if we fast forward to 2022, I think it's obvious that if the US government really wants to regulate, confiscate, or even outlaw crypto, the only viable means is through the exchanges. The SEC doesn't have the ability to sue all 10,000 crypto coins out there. And even if it did, the crypto world is so global that as soon as it sued 100, another 100 would pop up in another country. And sure enough, a week or two ago, Chair Gensler signaled just that, and here's the news story from Yahoo Finance. Headline: SEC's Gensler wants crypto exchange regulation in 2022, warns on stablecoin. And later on, we see that this is a coordinated operation. Quote, the SEC chair says he's asked his staff to get crypto trading platforms inside the investor protection remit, underscoring that he's talking regularly with regulators at other agencies, including the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the Comptroller of the Currency, Treasury, and the Federal Reserve. All of those principles are also vectors of crypto exchange and stablecoin regulation. And so now you know exactly how the US government is going to corral in the crypto cattle. Enforcement actions against the exchanges. If you can get the exchanges in the barn, we are all in the barn as well. And now I see.
And so that's a key point to keep in mind as we're seeing all these narratives. And it could be that, they're casting fear out there in the markets, especially because we're bottoming out in the Bitcoin chart, right? And Bitcoin is the lead indicator of where we are in terms of this bull run. So when you look at these things and you see where things are trending, yeah, of course the SEC and Gary Gensler wants to attack these exchanges. But what I think is going to be interesting is what this bull run does prior to that happening, okay? Because I could totally see a scenario where, we have Litecoin or any of the other coins blast off into, the thousands range, and in order to tame the market, they're gonna go after these exchanges. Remember in 2017, 2018, right? That the Trump administration created futures to pop the Bitcoin bubble, right? To keep it under control, under wraps. Well, I can see the exact same scenario here for the altcoins, right? And they're just popping off, giving massive returns to people. But in order to pop that, they go ahead and have some kind of regulation that attacks these exchanges to kind of rein these digital assets in. So I would keep an eye out because this is getting interesting. When I look at these charts, right, of Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Zcash, and these other ones that I've been showing you guys, I am very extremely bullish for the alts. So as we continue on to the next month, February, let's keep a watch on these charts. I'll keep posting frequently so you guys can see. But I would keep a very close eye to exchange regulation, stablecoin regulation, because I could see that as a means of popping the bubble for these altcoins when they go on their massive runs. So without further ado, this is the Mega Bull Experience. Like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy watching this content. I'll see you in the next episode.